and they're off. They've jumped away. A little bit slow to go was Mota Gadea, number 3, Mr. Kick. Jasmine also slowly away. Mota Rakia really got out quickly, green cap, and also Feyra, the red cap, showing brilliant early pace. Dolma's up there as well towards the inside, the purple, white and red colours, and they're being tracked through then further back by Obayat Al Mohammedia against the fence in about 6th place. That one's outside in the light blue. Al Hasharaya is up there as well as they race for the first 450 already on the home turn. They're not hanging about here, are they? 63 kilometres per hour they're tracking at here. Dolma's got the rails in the 2-path Mota Rakia, the 3-path Feyra, and they are ahead of the horse driven along on the outside to try and get closer as they turn for the money. That's Tickford is well behind them now as they turn for home. So in line for home, still Dolma and Mota Rakia, these two leading up to Feyra under a drive now and behind them. Looking for room, the green cap is Obayat Al Mohammedia in behind, and here down the outside comes Dana Alasail, the grey, and Dana Alasail looks like she just joined in. She's taking off for Adele, who's going to continue his great form from Saturday. Dana Alasail. Oh, she's way too good for these. 16, Dana Alasail beats number 6, Mota Rakia, who tried to rally, finished second. And they're off. Starter hit the button and they race away towards the outside. Yabid Hom just missed the kick, and also in behind runners not that well into stride was Heels as well. One that broke well was Nakesha from stall 1. Also Henna Al Jude in the yellow with the black cap. Looking for the white stable horse right up there towards the outside. Zawoha is right up there for Ospina. That one's outside though. It's Shamkat to Wake in the gold sleeves who's up there too. So Shamkat to Wake with Henna Al Jude, who might just have overall command. Against the running rails is Nakesha as they tank at around 63.5 kilometres per hour. Making up for some ground now is Sanabik to sit a bit closer towards the outside. Behind Sanabik is Anna Al Shikar in green and white, now just losing ground. One trying to advance is Darnat Basmar towards the inside. Around the home turn, 4 and 1 up front together. That's Henna Al Jude and Nakesha, these two. Then the gold colours of Shamkat to Wake in 3rd place. I don't think Zawoha is going to be winning from there. It's under pressure, needs to lift. Towards the outside, getting into it now. Here comes Anna Al Shakihar, who's picking up quite nicely too as they enter the home straight. And here comes Anna Al Shikar, got in as a reserve, number 22. And is now striking the front, number 4 in second, Henna Al Jude. But Henna Al Jude is fighting back on the inside. These two go at it together. So Henna Al Jude is very gutsy, but I think Anna Al Shakihar has the nose in front. Now, Zawoha is suddenly picking up, and here she comes down the outside. Zawoha is finishing really strongly, and Zawoha's going to get up. They're off. They've jumped away. But a ragged start for 1 or 2 of these. Gar Al Sahayeb was a bit behind them when they broke. And also great news, walked out of the stalls towards the outside. One that got out well was Besht Alakem, loves the trailblazers up there, the grey in the centre of your shot. Towards the outside up there too is the 14 Ertafe, not that far away either. 16's up with the gallop as well. Rual Saudia from the outside stalls. There's a 5-way go for the lead here, real speed burn up going on. Besht Alakem on the inside. Right up there too is Rual Saudia in the green colours. Towards the extreme outer, trying to press forward is Shibble Omar. That one though is out on the top shelf and happy to cover a lot of extra ground. Gar Al Sahaya blew the start, but is now improving. It's going to sit at about 5th place as they make the turn, and they're on from Kadea, who is in turn ahead of Estiv Zaz as they make the turn. Still, Besht Alakem, Naif Adanazi has certainly set his stall out in front, leads by a length now. Here comes some challenges though towards the outside. Hilastafe is in 2nd place, and down the outside then we have Urtafe as well, as trying to get closer. The inside runner is Gar Al Sahayeb in the black sleeves and cap, who's just short of room there, has to check off heels. Down the straight they come. Kilastafe is down the outside now, trying to challenge this leader, but Besht Alakem keeps finding more in front and still leads for Naif Adanazi. Besht Alakem by a length and a half now. Kilastafe keeps wanting to hang in behind, and Besht Alakem is going to make most. Tough effort, up with the pace throughout. There was no hiding place. It's a winner for Naif Adanazi. and they're off. And the starter caught in a fairly good line. Having said that, Al Zamea was very reluctant to leave the stalls and trails them early on. Also, Slow Out was next from the inside. One that broke quite well towards the centre of the course was number 10, Aliyar. That's up with the pace with the blinkers in the beige and black. And to that one's outside advancing too is Ayazal in red colours. Right up with the gallop as well is Matata as they go through the first 400 metres or so. Now coming forward towards the inside is Soat Al Rahej to come and head them off. So Soat Al Rahej, number 8, is now in front. So on the wide outside, that is Madrash in the green and yellow, trying to get a little bit closer. Also up with the gallop there too, just one off the fence, is Garnouk Always. That's the one with the yellow caps. That's in the 2 path. And the 3 path, that's Migwara, who's advancing as well. They're just ahead of the horse, poised in behind them. That's Mad Al Aziz, the white and green, as they race through the first 600 metres then. Around the turn they go, heading for the final 800. And up front on the outside, it's Migwara now with a narrow advantage. Against the running rail still there is Soat Al Rahej with the red noseband. Soat Al Rahej still has the lead here and has found a bit off the inside. Now one that's making ground smoothly in the green and yellow is Madrash. And Tariq Al Mansur has barely breathed on board Madrash, but going with him in the centre there is Al Zalmawi. These two now go on, but travelling well is Tariq Al Mansur and Madrash. And Madrash, with a shake of the reins, has waved goodbye to these. Madrash opens that stride up now, 2 lengths clear. To in second place, Al Zalmawi is trying hard to close, but is looking booked for second place. And from the clouds, running on to go to third place, looks like Aldemir, but the winner is Madrash. And they're off. The starter hit the button. The way they go, Slow Out was number 2, Hamdani Al Ghafaran on the inside. Also slowly into stride there was number 4 as well, Shathrat Al Karnay, and trails them early on. And JH Renad very slowly into stride. One that broke really alertly was number 13, LM Salafar for Abdullah Al Fradies. Leads up the grey by a length at this stage to, in second place, Rayat Al Bar, the light blue at the spots. Racing in third then is Mubashirat Al Hassin. That's number 15 up on the outside of the group, racing a clear third. A gap of a few lengths then back to find Ghazwa Al Mutazar. That's horse number 16, trying to get a bit closer now on the outside in the blue and white colours. The orange, that is number 14, further back in the field. That's Maytahab Al Zamila. So making the home turn now, coming there strongly here is Rayat Al Bar, travelling well in the light blue to come and try and tackle the grey, which is Salafar on the inside. Wider out goes Mubashirat Al Hassin with every chance in the white and black with the yellow nosebands. They've got 150 metres or so to go. Making ground from the back of the field now is number 14 as well. That's Maytahab Al Zamila. That's really running on. But deep inside the final 200 they go. And the leader now is number 15 here. Mubashirat Al Hassin has struck the front and goes clear for Abdullah Al Rashid. It will be number 15 here. Mubashirat Al Hassin is going to go and make a winning debut. Flag up and they're off. Jumped away, a little bit tardy, leaving the stalls there in the grey was Saif Al Hana, who trails them early on. Racing quite well was Kareem in the blue and red silks. Also up there is Sijan Al Kaladia towards the inside, the pale blue cap. Light blue silks of Callahan Aldaham, and wider out the dark green of Farit's Far is right up there as well. And now coming through is Mr. Genou in the white and red to come and maybe just nose on. So Mr. Genou takes a narrow lead to Sijan Al Kaladir against the running rail in the 3 path, but going forwards is Farit's Far. Also on the improve now is Hafid Al Kaladir, suddenly finding his stride on the outside, the grey with the white colours. 2 legs back to find Palahad Aldaham, another gap to Sadia Di Castagnoli, who's back there with Umbab towards the tail. The back marker is now Kareem, who's dropped right off them in the blue and red. So about to turn for home then. Still got over 400 metres left to go. And Sajad Al Kaladir against the running rails has come back to just take over. But down the outside, here comes Hafid Al Kaladir, who's got the slingshot off the turn and starts to run on again. Behind them in third is Farit's Far, now looks tired. So in line for home. These two greys will fight it out. The far side, Sajan Al Kaladir. Towards the near side, Hafid Al Kaladir. Maybe now just nosing on, but fighting back is Sajan Al Kaladir on the far side. But I think now Hafid Al Kaladir has his measure. Deep inside the final 250, and it's number 9 here under Khalid Al Mamoni, who's going to win it. Number 9, Hafid Al Kaladir is well on top. 9 wins it. Hafid Al Kaladir beats Sajan Al Kaladir. And they're off. Started let them go. A little bit slowly away was Mansour Al Tharb. First to show is Wathabat Al Kaladir, the jockey with the black cap, leading up here. Adel Al Faradi in front dictates terms at this stage at around 56 kilometres per hour. They've covered the first 200 metres now. They can tack across towards the rails. They've crossed the intersection. Racing in second place is Murdas Al Kaladir, the light blue with the white spots. Third place then, the yellow saddlecloth for Mansour Al Tharb, one off the rails. Against the rails, that is Orjar Al Kaladir. And no sign at the moment of Jafar Al Kaladir. He's behind them, about 6 lengths off the trio who are disputing second, third and fourth as they race then well down the far side. And the leader is still Wathabat Al Kaladir. Dictates the tempo by 1.5 lengths to Orjar Al Kaladir racing in second. Murdas Al Kaladir into third place. Fourth for Mansour Al Tharb in the white and black, and still a gap back to Jafar Al Kaladir, who's got a task on from there. Heading towards the top of the home straight then, and the final 600 metres is now in sight. And it's still Wathabat Al Kaladir travelling powerfully. He's not quite got rid of Orjar Al Kaladir just yet in second. The others are all really toiling now as they turn for home. Just a shake of the reins now for the leader, but he's in control. Wathabat Al Kaladir by 2 lengths. Giving chase, though, is Orjar Al Kaladir. Hasn't given up yet in second, but I don't think he's going to go past this leader. They've still got 220 metres to go. The leader is Wathabat Al Kaladir, now asked to go and put his stamp on the race. He's doing just that. He's drawing clear in the final 200. And will be another one for Adel Al Faradi. He's going to double up on the card here. Wathabat Al Kaladir, driven out, goes on to collect the top prize. Number 6, the winner, Wathabat Al Kaladir. And they're off. They bounced away. A bit slow to go there was Hamas Al Kaladir, and trails them early on by quite a few lengths. Good start by Katir Al Kaladir. Also towards the inside, Reef Gudar is up there as well, can race prominently. Likewise, Katir Al Kaladir is up there, and then wider out Saloum Al Kaladir with the orange saddlecloth is going 3 deep. 2 lengths back to find Melk in the blue and white. 8 lengths then back to find Samad, who's struggling. Also struggling is Nassim, and another one right towards the back, in fact tailed off now, is Hamas Al Kaladir, who's well behind them and struggling. So the front 5 are breaking away now, and up front now moving forward quickly is Saloum Al Kaladir on the outside with the black cap to get a view of the front now. On the inside still battling away is Saif Al Kusayar. Between them is Katir Al Kaladir. So Katir Al Kaladir now just nosing on, and suddenly Saloum Al Kaladir is going to have to work for this. The front 2 are ahead. On the outside, Melk is trying to get involved as well. And now this leader's going better, Katir Al Kaladir. Katir Al Kaladir stretches away and is still in hand here. Under Camillo Ospina, it's Katir Al Kaladir who's going to rout them here. This is impressive from Katir Al Kaladir. Camillo Ospina will get a double on the day. They're off. They're on their way. A little bit messy at the start of 1 or 2 of these. Slow out was Idol de Violette, who trails them early on. One that broke quite well was Hamdi towards the centre, and Mawazin got off to the best start of all, the light blue under Ospina, to come forward and lead. So it's Mawazin in front by about 1 length. So up on the outside in the black colours, Jalma de Violette under Louis Morales is handy too. Very deep on the course is Alpha Mega under Adel Al Faradi. That one's advancing, though. The light beige sleeves, horse with the blue headgear, is up with the gallop too. Towards the inside, that's Saltarans Al Mori in the white and black colours, and they're racing ahead of the likes of Ideal de Violette, who's trying to make up that lost ground at the start. And then behind those, Agap Al Kaladir is a little bit further back in the field. Also towards the back is Jawad Al Kaladir at this stage. In fact, that one's the overall back marker. Another one in that rear group is Ty Al Mashna in the light grey colours. One that's advancing now towards the inside is Ideal de Violette, who's going into fourth place in a moment as they race well down the far side. So they've covered the first 800 metres now. They're tanking along at around 51 kilometres per hour, and the leader now is number 9, Alpha Mega, by a length and a half. Alpha Mega's kicked on here to Sartorans Al Mori racing in second. In third place, no panic from Ospina on board Mawazin, just angles to the outside of the light blue. He's racing ahead of Idol de Violette, who's now a clear fourth. Behind those, Ty Al Mashna's trying to get on into the race as well in fifth. And then the grey creeping closer, Jawad Al Kaladir in the blue and white. That one's outside is Hamdi. Losing ground is Yalma de Violette. And under pressure and struggling at the back of the field now as they head towards the home turn is Ty Al Mashna. And also at the back, Agap Al Kaladir. Here comes Mawazi, though, moving nicely in the pale blue to come and throw out the challenge to the early leader, Alpha Mega. It's Adel and Camillo again. It's Alpha Mega in front, though. Alpha Raid, he still has the lead. Mawazin in second. From the back, trying to stay on is Ty Al Mashna, who might have a say down the outside, but the headgear is running on very strongly now for Khalid Al Rashid. And here comes Ty Al Mashna on the outside to come and pick these two up with 200 to go. Ty Al Mashna has now gone on to Alpha Mega in second as Mawazin backs out of it. And up front, it's Ty Al Mashna and Khalid Al Rashid by a neck, fighting back Alpha Mega. Alpha Mega's trying to come back here, but Ty Al Mashna will just do enough to beat Alpha Mega in a stirring duel up the home straight. Gets back in their racing. A little bit slow to jump was Al-Mash Al-Bahar, and he's behind them early on, and also not that well away from the outside was Modishar as they go through the first 200 metres or so. Well, up there is horse number 8, Katabat Al-Kaladir, coming across the lead here in the white and light blue colours, horse with the blinkers. Towards the outside, the yellow, that's Oyal, who's up there as well. More towards the inside, Kabara Al Jazra is prominent too, in the orange and black with the white cap. And head of that one, the black and white, that's Mania, number 7. And they're racing a few lengths ahead then of Talar Al Kaladir, who's next in the field, is racing up on the outside of, towards the rear of the field, we have Al-Mash Al-Bahar. Another one in rear at this stage is Rasaka Al Kaladir, and switched wide is Ghazal Al Khair, who's right out on the top shelf as they make the run around the home turn here. So passing halfway, and up front it's All Y'all in front here narrowly. They're here on the outside making a move pretty quickly to come and take over is Munir in the black and white. He's travelling really strongly too. Munir and Wigberto Ramos have suddenly got on. Kabara Al Jazra, though, giving chase in second, tries to cover the move as they come around the turn. They've still got 400 metres left to go. The leader is Munir, but here comes Kabara Al Jazra. He spies the inside running rail there. Wigberto can't close the door. Back in third, Talar Al Kaladir now starts to pick up. And here comes the moving line as well. Al Mash Al Bahar's on the move in the light blue. But up front, the leader is still Munir. Still travelling well, Munir. Leads by 1 length to Kabara Al Jazra in second. The closers are led by Al Mash Al Bahar in the light blue. He's finishing with a real flourish down the centre, but he might have a lot to do from there. There's only 150 metres to go. The leader is Munir. Munir by 2 lengths. Down the outside, still running on, is Al Mash Al Bahar, and also picking up 2 is Modishar from a long way back, but Munir stole this on the turn. It's one for Wigberto Ramos. And they're off very slowly away with Istiklal from the inside and immediately trails them. One that broke well was Saab Al Kaladir in the white and black cap on the inside. And that one goes through to lead. On the outside, racing the 2-path. Close up, though, is Rakud Al Ansari, the green sleeves and cap. Racing up on the outside, trying to get across, is Angad Al Kaladir, the white cap horse with the white blinkers. Then the grey horse, Jade the Faust, on the outside, the blue and gold colours. And towards the inside, quite keen, is Istiklal in the yellow. And it's not really that tractable around the turn. You can see some steering issues for Tariq Al Mansour on board Istiklal as the pace really increases here around the turn, 58 kilometers per hour as they pass the 400. And the leader is still Saab Al Khaladiya by a neck. Here comes Rakud Al Ansari in second and Gad Al Khaladiya in third. Distress signals are out for both Istiklal and for Jade DeFaust, who's not run a race today as they head down with 2:50 to go. Here in the green cap on the outside, Rakud Al Ansari has now just poked the nose in front, goes on by a half length. So driven along Saab Al Khaladiya. The one that's running on in behind is Angad Al Khaladiya. Has to be angled off heels, but is now running on down the outside. Can he go past? Angad Al Khaladiya, it is all over the top. Who's going to get up and win going away? It is Angad Al Khaladiya. And they're off for our feature Arabian bred race, and broke okay on the outside. Hamdani Khalid Al Khaladiya looks to be fine actually as well under Naif Adanazi, the yellow cap. Right up there in the centre is Amir Al Kam, and also Nadem Al Mouk Al Khaladiya is now stepping forward with the white cap to come forward and take over. So it's Nadem Al Mouk Al Khaladiya who leads up by a half length. So in second place, Amir Al Kam in the centre in the bright green colours. Racing a bit wider out, the yellow cap of Hamdani Khalid Al Khaladiya, and then behind those, the light green and brown of Asad Al Khaladiya is racing in about fifth place. In behind the blue cap of Jamran Al Khaladiya, who's moved into fourth place and going quite nicely. The two at the back of the field are ES Rahmani, and the one who's not really travelling at the moment is Asad Al Khaladiya. On the outside, I should say, is trying to get into it. That's just Rahmani as they make the turn. Up front, the leader is still going well, though. Nadem Al Mouk Al Khaladiya leads by a half length to trying to make up some ground on the outside, and getting a little bit closer is Hamdani Khalid Al Khaladiya, the yellow cap, and now comes under a drive. Behind them is Jamran Al Khaladiya, and then ridden along to get closer is Asad Al Khaladiya. The others are struggling. So around the crown of the bend now, this leader's pressing on. He's going to take a bit of catching too. Nadem Al Mouk Al Khaladiya and Adel Al Faradi is 4 lengths clear on the home turn. Giving chase, the blue cap of Jamran Al Khaladiya now goes into second place. It's a slight nudge for Hamdani Khalid Al Khaladiya, who's under the whip on the outside, but is responding to Naif Al-Anazi. This leader's not home yet. Might be tying up in front, Nadem Al Mouk Al Khaladiya, but still leads. He's drifting off a true line, but he's clear now and in no danger apparently. Nadem Al Mouk Al Khaladiya clear by about 3 lengths and will win. A good day again for Adel Al Faradi as Nadem Al Mouk Al Khaladiya wins 3 on the day.